How you doing, guys? Coach Ev here, coming to you from Orangeville Prep. Today I'm going to guide you again through the correct form shooting, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what's going to work for you, what's not going to work for you, and then you're going to take the best lessons you can take from me and get better. Let's go. So, as you can see, for today's form shooting, you will need a stool or a chair. It doesn't matter, but it's a great tool, simple but great tool to make sure that your form, your posture is correct and you're getting the best possible results on your shots every time you start a workout this way. So, what you're gonna do, first exercise is gonna be, you're actually gonna sit on a chair because that's how your body's gonna be squared up to the basket, always looking up to where you're shooting. You're gonna grab the ball with one hand. You're gonna always, of course, you're gonna place it on your wrist, load up the wrist, load up the 45-degree angle, and then you're gonna just extend and shoot. So the goal is to get 10 swishes. It's okay if the ball goes in. Of course, it's great to see that you can make shots, but you want that swish. You don't want the ball to touch not a single part of the rim or a backboard. So, not like that. It's good that it went in, but you want to swish. Set up, splash, just like that. So you want to make 10 from the center. Then, when you make 10 from the center, you take a chair, you put it on the baseline, and you do exact same thing, shooting from the baseline. You're gonna make 10 swishes. Just like that. 2, 1 more. Boom. Good extension, good posture, good shot. Always look at where you're shooting. Calm. Don't need to rush these. This is for your own benefit. The next thing, when you make 10 from that side of the baseline, you go to the next side. You do exact same thing. One hand, shot up. You gotta make 10 swishes. I don't care how many makes you make. If the ball hits the rim, it's no good. Doesn't count. Boom. No good. Set up again. Square up. Extend. Shot. Set up. Square up. Extend. Shot. There you go. That's how you start with. So the next exercise that I used to do it, and I love it, it's really good. So you put the ball on the actual stool in front of the basket, same way. You're gonna put your shooting hand on top of the ball, and then you're gonna introduce a guide hand. So what the guide hand does, you don't actually shoot the ball with it. So when you pick it up, you don't do this. You don't shoot the ball with 2 hands. It's always you have one shooting hand, and the other guy is a guide hand. So you're gonna place the ball on the stool. That way, the elbow's already tucked in, your wrist is already loading up. As you move it back, the wrist is loading up for a shot. So when you're ready, load up, elbow tucked in, bring the ball up, and then the guide hand should be just barely touching the ball. So you know that when you shoot it, the ball is gonna go straight exactly where you want it to go. If you're gonna put that guide hand over here, that's essentially you blocking your own shot, because then you won't get the same spin, and this is gonna happen. The other problem that kids do these days is when you're about to shoot, their guide hand is too low, and essentially the both hands are ended up shooting the basketball. We don't want that either. So, the correct way to do it is put the ball down, load up the wrist, the elbow is tucked in, bring the ball up, and the guide hand just sits on the side perfectly. Same thing, always pay attention to where you want to shoot, where the ball is going to go. Extend, follow through. Follow through is important because that's what creates a spin. Because at the end of the day, the last 2 fingers that touch the ball are these 2. And that's what creates a spin backwards towards the hoop. So what's going to look like? Load up the elbow, tuck in the elbow, load up the wrist, bring the ball up, guide hand, follow through until the ball hits the rim or even the ground. So you're going to make 10 swishes, the same thing, 10 swishes from here. If the ball hits something, it's not a bad shot, but we're working to get better. So, gonna bring it up. That's a good shot, but that's not what we're looking for. We want to swish. Again, place the ball down, tuck the elbow, load up the wrist, bring it up, the guide hand, make sure it's right on the side, not over top, not on the bottom, perfectly on the side, load up, shot. Load it up, shot. So, you're gonna make 10 from the center. The second you feel good about it and you made your 10, you go to the baseline. The last important point is I don't know if you guys see me, I was picking up the ball with one hand. I know not everybody can do that. So then, everything's the same, nothing changes. You put the hand on the ball, tuck in your elbow, load up the wrist, and then you're gonna introduce your guide hand while the ball is on the stool. Raise it up all together, follow through, in. Pick it up, we need to get 10 swishes. Put the ball down, tuck it in, load up the wrist, bring it up, extend it, shot. So you make 10 swishes from this side, then you take the ball, take the stool to the other side, and you do the exact same thing on the other side to get 10 swishes again. Put the ball down, elbow, wrist, bring the guide hand up, follow through extension. So take these tips, apply to your shooting technique, take it slowly, go through everything, not once, not twice, 10 times, 20 times, until it feels right. Hope this helps you guys, and see you in the next video. So the next exercise for the shooting form and shooting technique will be, you're gonna stand on top of the restricted area circle. You're gonna take one step back. Doesn't have to be crazy, but take a step back, and now we're gonna put everything together, and you're gonna introduce a crossover into a shot, putting everything together. Load up the wrist, tucking in the elbow, making sure your posture is correct, always squared up to the hoop. Good release, always with the follow through, make sure the ball goes through the hoop. So, essentially we're gonna start doing, we're gonna start going slowly, building up into a full game speed to where I want you guys to lose the ball and make sure you mess up. Because the more you mess up here, the less you'll do when the game time comes in a real game. So make all the mistakes you can, practicing, so that stuff doesn't happen in the games. So it's gonna look something like that. Stand in front of the hoop, taking a step back, you're gonna take one dribble, and a crossover can be of your choice. It can be cross-cross, shot, it can be one dribble between the legs, shot, totally up to you, but keep pushing yourself to get better. So for me it would be, take a dribble, cross, shot, splash. That's one. Gotta make 10 like that. One dribble, cross, shot. Two. So the second you make 10 going straight, last one, cross, shot, bang. You're gonna do the same thing from the baseline. Take a step from the restrictor area, take a step back. Same thing, cross, shot. So you make 5 going at that speed, and then the next 5 you want game speed as fast as you can. Full extension, full shot, just like game time. Bang, bang, up. So you make 10 from this side, and then you do the same thing from the other side over here. Take a big step back, dribble, cross. First 5 don't have to be as fast, splash, but then the last 5, you gotta go game time, fast. Boom. Time. Splash. There you go. Enjoy, guys. Hope this helps. Get in the gym, get better. No excuses. Let's go.